morning and welcome to our first thought for the week this summer. The Dalzells are not long back from a lovely week in Port Stewart. We did all the usual things. We had ice cream, we had nice food, we went to the beach and we splashed about. But we were also there for the Keswick at Port Stewart convention. If you've never been, I would definitely recommend it. It's from the 6th until the 12th of July next year. But now that we've got the plug out of the way, while we were there, we sang a song which we've sung in second number quite a few times now. Yet not I, but through Christ in me. And Jemima really enjoys this song too. We haven't quite realised this. We sang it last year when we were at the convention, and then the first time we were singing it in second number, she turned and said, "We sang this in the big tent," and nothing's happened a couple of times since. And so when we went back to the big tent this year, we were kind of hoping that we might sing "Yet not I, but through Christ in me," and when we did, Jemima's face lit up and she joined in with that last line. But the thing that makes me chuckle a little bit is that when you ask her about that song, she calls it "Not Through Christ in Me," and she hasn't quite got the grasp of the order of the words. And "Not Through Christ in Me" and "Yet through Christ, yet not I, but through Christ in me" have two very different meanings. But it got me thinking that quite often when things happen, or particularly when we do something well, it's often more a case of not through Christ in me. We take a lot of credit ourselves and we think, didn't I do really well? And it tends to just be in those moments when we're afraid of what we need to do, or when something just looks insurmountable, that we're suddenly reminded of, "Yet not I, but through Christ in me." One of my favourite verses growing up as a younger Christian was Philippians 4:13. We, in my first ever summer outreach team, we did that as the memory verse and we sang a song on it. Put you through that pain. But for me as a young Christian who was doing their first summer outreach team and having to do talks and things that I just wasn't used to, it was a real help and a real encouragement to me to think that it's not me doing it, it's Christ in me and Christ through me. And still, as I sit down to do these videos or as I prepare to do a sermon, I'm filled with dread and I think it's not me, it's Christ. I ask God to help me to do it. And yet, there are still times when we think we've done a great job of something and we like to take all the credit and we say, "Not through Christ in me." And we would maybe never say those words, but in our actions and in our deeds, sometimes we kind of think that we have done such a great job. And that's not to say that there's not some effort and not some skill and talent involved in whatever it is that we're doing. But sometimes we need to just remember that it is not us, but Christ in us. So I suppose it's a challenge and an encouragement this week. Encouragement for particularly if there's something that you're dreading or you're fearing, you ask God to be with you and be in you and help you do it. But equally, maybe for those times we're feeling a bit smug about what it is we've done, that we maybe just need to remind ourselves that it's not through us, but through Christ in us. So that's, I suppose, my challenge and my encouragement to us this week. And I pray that you have a blessed week and a blessed summer as we move into this summer season. God bless.